This is your second year representing the people of the 6th District. What have you learned about your community as a representative, and how did you spend your interim?
I learned about the amazing diversity of the 6th District. We have so many demographically dissimilar areas all included in one district, from Hilliard, which is a disadvantaged neighborhood, to Shadle Park, middle class, South Hill, which is a fairly affluent neighborhood. We have a military base, Fairchild Air Force Base, a state university, Eastern Washington University, cities of Cheney, Medical Lake, Airway Heights, and even the city of Freeman are included in the district, along with Spokane Falls Community College and tribes in the district, an amazing diversity. The next thing I learned was finding great potential for economic development on the West Plains. We have so many similarities with, say, Kent back in the late 1950s, to where you have plentiful land next to an airport, an economic corridor coming through, and an economic portal having access to the economic corridor, just an amazing amount of business parks that are empty at this point, and the property is very reasonably priced. It just begs for development at this point. As to the interim, I am currently living the fiction of being a part-time citizen legislator. It makes me smile that what I thought would be a part-time job has turned out to be an absolute joy. I enjoy representing you so much that I've set aside a law practice, and effectively I'm being a legislator on a full-time basis here, attempting to learn the district and will represent the people in the 6th.
In his recent State of the State address, the governor outlined his priorities for the 60-day session. One of the first things he talked about was increasing education funding this year. Do you agree?
Prioritizing education funding is of paramount importance, as defined by McCleary and as stated in the state constitution, which is why the legislature added $1 billion in additional funding for all-day kindergarten, increased instructional hours, MSOC, operating costs, and other items that have previously relied upon local levies. We have more work to do in education funding, but this is a supplemental budget year meant only for minor adjustments to the tier budget we set last year.
The governor is continuing to push for a statewide gas tax package. What are the chances of this happening?
I just don't think there's support for it with the general public. We've run 3 polls in the 6th District this last year, and the highest approval for a 13.5-cent gas tax was 24%. That means 76% of the people in the 6th District don't want that gas tax increase. The low approval was 21%, which is even more compelling. People have been really clear that they can't afford to pay more at the pump. And in Spokane, you only have to drive a short distance to get cheaper gas in Idaho. So the state will lose more revenues.
Many people were surprised to hear the governor call for increasing the state's minimum wage. Do you think this will help or hurt the average person?
This will definitely hurt job opportunities. It's interesting that he wants to increase the minimum wage and yet at the same time provide a small business tax credit. These things apparently will work against each other and not help our economy. We already have the highest minimum wage in the country, and this will prevent businesses from hiring more people at a time when there are still many people looking for work. Thanks for watching my weekly video update. If you ever have any questions, concerns, or suggestions, please contact my office at the information on your screen. I also encourage you to sign up for my email updates at my website, www.representativejeffholey.com. I'm Jeff Holey, and it's an honor to serve as your state representative.